So it is that. I'll just sit here contemplating whether or not I feel like I wasted my money. I feel like a lot of those flashbacks with Joel could have been, like, I don't know, better placed, so you get more of a feel for their, like, relationship, instead of just Eric Baldwin. I don't think that's an actual Baldwin. Actual Baldwin. I wonder if that Hatfield dude's related to the Hatfields. Anyway, yeah. I don't know. Joel just gets, like, murdered in the beginning. It's like they should have established their relationship a bit more and let you get a little more attached. Instead, you're kind of just, it's like shock death, and then you're picking up, like, the pieces of their history together along the way. Credits are gonna take forever if they go this 2 at a time. I always watch the credits though, for no real reason. I don't know. Flashbacks got confusing too for Abby. They just kept going in. I don't know if they were trying to rush, like shoehorn in her history. It ended up with like, it ended with, well, just some confusion in where the hell in the timeline you are, because they're also jumping around to where she is in respect to Ellie. Wonder how long that took. I guess I don't blame Dina for leaving. Like, how the hell are you gonna stay in that house alone? Like, it already wasn't safe. Surprised Dina didn't die though. I guess once she became, they revealed she was pregnant, I knew she wouldn't. Speaking of deaths, still, Joel thing. Like an hour into the game or so. Well, I was fucking around, so it was a little bit more. It just, they killed it. They fucking killed him off so fast. I think they wanted to like instill shock and. I don't know. I don't know what the hell. What was going on with the story? Because, like, you start off, Joel gets killed, like, pretty early on. And he's super fucking dead. Like, I originally thought there was going to be a chance he comes back. Because you only see him get. The leak only showed him getting beaten up. But no, he's dead. And then it's kind of a while before there's any flashbacks. Like, he's just there and dead. I think you play as him. No, you're playing as Abby. I don't think you ever play as Joel. But like the first flashback, which I forget what it is. I think it's I think it's the birthday one. That's not for a while in. And really, they could have. That one shouldn't have come up. It should have been. I don't know. I feel like they should. It's such a weird game. I don't know where they could have placed the cutscenes to make it better. Like. Start the game maybe with her being on shaky terms with him, like with one of the cutscenes about her being pissed. Forget how many of those there even were. But then like, then go to him maybe getting killed a couple hours into the game or something. I don't know. I'm trying to think of how they could really fix this while I wipe some dust away. Dust off my fucking head. I just off what? Just stupefied. But I mean, do I get a after? I better get an after credits cutscene. That's another reason I don't want to skip this or end the recording. But like, maybe they should have done more to show her connection in history with Joel. I think they just focused too much on setting up the reason for the game and also shocking you with his death. Which, I thought, everybody thought he was dead in the first one, but he survives. And then as soon as he survives the first one, it's like, okay, if there's a second one, he's dead. And then they mention, before the second one even came out, I think before even his trailers were out, they mentioned Ellie's going on a quest because something bad happens. And then there's some fake trailer where Joel's like, I wasn't gonna let you go alone. That never shows up. That's just completely misleading. I hate when stuff does that. Does like fake trailer shit. Like Metal Gear Solid 2 had like fake footage of Snake in the trailer where Raiden was, just to increase shock value. Should have shown Raiden footage and then been like, I don't know what's up with the game. Or like what Avengers Infinity War did, where it showed Hulk running along with everybody in the battle in Wakanda. Which is just cheap as fuck, because they just made that with the sole intention of misleading you. I hate when stuff does it on purpose, because they even made it look like Ellie was in an abandoned house in the middle of the night on the trip, and Joel like finds her and joins up with her. I think they wanted to make you think Dina gets killed, and that causes Ellie to go on the revenge rampage. But no, I think their big shock, that actually kind of makes me really lean into the idea that Joel's death was rushed for shock value, because before the leak, they probably thought they made it look like Dina was gonna die. And then they're like, nope, it was Joel planned all along. And it happens in the first 5 minutes and you didn't see that coming. Fucking hate that. It's like they watched too much... Well, not Game of Thrones, because Game of Thrones wasn't really about shock deaths. Walking Dead kinda was. Like they watched too much Walking Dead. I think this is influenced too much by that fucking show. Ugh. But I don't know, like Jesse and who? What? Did he retire or something? There's always like a tribute to someone too. Because games, you know, take a couple years and they have big teams, so somebody always ends up dying during development. But where was I? Right, Jesse and somebody else gets killed. And their deaths are just... They're just gone. I forgot who the other person was. Because it was such little consequence. They're just... they're just dead and like, alright, move on. We'll mention it once later in the story. Jesse's son's around. I think he's named Jesse Jr. I probably missed what his name was. This story, just like the fucking placement of Abby's like flashbacks, just the bad pacing of Joel's death and his flashbacks, like flashbacks with him, and then just like people's motivations and shit. They're just so poorly done. And so like, are we to believe that Ellie's just gonna keep going through PTSD or something? Well, I guess this time she beat the fuck out of Abby and won. But it cost her her Gitbox fingers. She's gonna have to play with her other hand now. It's gonna be different. Is this just looping? Like the gameplay? The gameplay though! And the environments and stuff, those were a nice change. Those were cool. And some of it got annoying because there was just fucking horrible ass challenges, like that one floor in the hotel with Abby where you're fighting a bunch of bloaters. I think there was like a bloater, 3 lurkers, and 2 clickers. Like what? What? You don't think that's a little too much? You barely have the ammo to deal with that, because bloaters themselves take a fuck ton of harassment. Also, my cat is harassing the shit out of me. And then, yeah, there's just... I barely remember them now, but there's just segments where you're navigating, like, dark areas that are, like, tight, and you got a bunch of fucking enemies. There was one with Abby, I think, where I had really poor visibility in a really dark area, a really cramped area, and shit just kept coming at me. So it was like, great, I just have to get lucky. It's a war of attrition. Just keep playing this segment till I win. The fucking the Abby and Ellie fight in the theater was shit. Because I threw a bottle at her the traditional way, and she just ignored it. But if I had done it to where the reticle thingy locks onto her, and you just hit R2 with a bottle in your hand, that did it. That's fine. But don't get up and manually aim the bottle. Don't do that. She just ignores it. Like she did. The bottle fucking... I swear the bottle hit her and she's... Or clipped through her or something. She just noped out of that. And then one time I got the drop on her as she was... Well, this is today. I'm talking about it like it was in the past. It'll probably be like months apart. Upload-wise, but... She fucking... was passing through... like a... sort of narrow entryway and I was around the corner. And I jumped out to hit her. And I totally would have gotten the drop on her. Like I did. I had her dead to rights, but nope, I didn't stun her first and I didn't get her from behind, so it didn't count. That actually happened another time when I just started coming up on her side and she just dodges. She had a gun out. She dodges and gets her fucking machete. What? Wayfaring stranger. What the fuck is this song? Traveling through this world of woe. Another weird choice. There is no sickness, no toil, nor danger. Why is my cat bothering me now? I'm trying to like elaborate on this game. She's just down there attacking my right hand. As soon as I said that, she started clawing. Where have I heard this? To see my mother. You're out of here. Trying to scare her. Knocked over my drink. Now it's caffeination. Carbonation is ruined. I think I pretty much elaborated on everything. She's back. Yeah, just the fight was ass, and Ellie was like crouch running at Mach speed and I'm going like a turtle. She has all her weapons and all I have is bottles. I'll just sneak up on her. That end fight dragged too. It really had you smacking the shit out of her a lot. And she just kind of kept repeating how she attacked you. A lot of people did that actually. For such an advanced stage of game development. Maybe games aren't that advanced. Maybe this is as advanced as they get. Is she playing this now? She could just play left-handed. Like I said earlier, it probably wouldn't be the same. You'd have to learn again, and it would sound different. Probably sound like poopy. She might not have an affinity for it, but you can eventually learn. Talent can be acquired. Just need practice. Some people are just naturals at things. That doesn't mean you can't do it. I'll soon be free from earthly trial. Why is he? Can he sing better than that? About to ruin the moment. We'll look up if there's a Last of Us 3. Oh, Naughty Dog confirms. Of self-denial and go sing. Oh, so there will be Last of Us 3. I'm going there to see my well, they better fucking... Yep, there we go. I'm going there. No more to roam. I'm just a ghoul. Wait, what was I brain farted. I was listening to him sing as I was finding out about Last of Us 3. If they do a third game though, it almost happened again. They're sticking together. There better be not aliens. They better find the source of the infection. They better deal with that instead of just more human on human bullshit. Does Dina die in The Last of Us 2? Is there anything? You make me ramble through the credits for nothing? That's my own fault. Most people don't want to do post-credit stuff. Fuck! New game plus unlocked. No. No thanks. What I had to do. I'm sure Abby and Ellie are gonna just meet back up eventually. But, they didn't really get into where the hell they were at the end there. That nice little area. They probably didn't want to get too far into it, just imply things. Yeah, this game got weird. Like, I liked the beginning of it. And as soon as Joel died, it's like, the story, I wanted to see where it was gonna go, but things just got shaky from there. Because it's like, alright, he's dead, and, like, I keep drilling home. We just never really got to get into their connection or anything. He's just gone. He's just fucking dead. Oh, thanks, phone. And then you just get some weird, disjointed memories with Abby, just poorly timed memories with Ellie. Like, if you like Joel, you're not gonna see him much in this game for like the first 5 or 6 hours. After he's, you know, gone. I don't mind them killing him. I don't even mind him killing him quickly. Kill him in the first few minutes. Johnny Cage his ass. Like in Mortal Kombat 2. They kind of did. But then, like, at least have flashbacks immediately. Like, at his funeral, they could have had one. Afterwards, when she's walking down. She could have just started flashing back to it as she's walking back. Instead, Dina's, like, wandering through his house with you, and I don't know. She's being annoying. I think. I remember her annoying me at integral moments. She probably did there. It's just, if you're gonna kill him off quickly, I mean, don't wait so long to have that first memory with them. I would have kept the intro the way it was. Maybe included the party cutscene earlier. Like before the game. And then, instead of the birthday flashback, because I think that was the first one, have like one of the ones that develops the thing going on between them with the cure and how he pulled her away. Yeah. I would have had that, like, maybe a little bit in. I don't know. Just, there's so many of them in such weird spots, it's kind of hard to figure out what to do with them all. Maybe that's why they're just like, fuck it. Grab a bunch of darts, throw them at like a timeline, be like, that's where they're going. Overall, I still like the game, I would say. Just, there's some poor design choices gameplay-wise, and some really poor story choices. I don't know, the motivation to go back after Abby was kind of weak. I feel like they should have cut out, they should have merged that final segment with her fight with Abby. I feel like that just drew things out. Like, combine them so that the two have one showdown where Ellie has to, like, get closure. And for fuck's sake, did it have to be so depressing? That's not really a complaint. That's not a knock against it. End it however you want. But damn, that was sad. That's not really part of my review. Just her losing her guitar fingies. Geet fingies. Geet ingies. Geetingies. Shut up. Her losing those fingers was just sad. I mean, that's not really a knock against anything. Just like Joel dying is not really a knock against the game. Although Joel dying, like I said, that could have been handled better. So that's my disjointed fucking review of the game. Maybe I'll get into it some other time. Maybe I'll just never touch this again. Kind of makes me want to go play the first one. So it can't be that bad of a game. Not because I hated this so much I have to go play the quote-unquote better one. I don't know. This is a weird one. That's my score. It's weird out of 10. I guess I'd recommend it, though. It's an interesting story. Couldn't even say that without cracking. Just fix it! Patch the game! Fix the story. For fuck's sake, stop crunching. Just delay games. Yeah, they would have had to delay this a lot to rework my complaints. Rework all my demands. Okay, I should hit the button if I start making clicker noises. Just stop. I'd give the game like a 7, maybe, because, yep, it's played. Thanks if you managed to slog through all 14 or 15 parts of this shit. This shit being a knock against me, not the game. I'm sorry. Maybe I'll just stop. Just kidding, I'll be back with other things I have to finish. Stop talking into the mic, just go. Good night, morning, good morning.